Hey guys, welcome to the Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 review for the PS3, and this game is also available on the Xbox 360 and PC. So, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 pretty much met my expectations, but, to be honest, I really thought it was going to be better. Overall, this is one of those games where it's like a good, weekend rental. In fact, you probably will beat this game in less than, 6 hours, to be honest. But the overall game, it has a pretty good storyline. Nothing that's too memorable, but nothing that's going to drive you away completely. What's really going on is that you play as Starkiller, but if you played the first one, he died in the first one. So you actually play as a clone. And this is basically a unique clone because in the beginning of the game, he basically gets pissed at Darth Vader and more or less basically just escapes from his his holding place. So basically you're here trying to assemble a team, trying to basically get everyone set up for this big attack that you guys are going to be able to play against I guess the dark side. And the storyline for what it is could be better, to be honest, but it isn't anything that I think is going to drive you away for a long time, but it definitely is a good storyline. And the end boss battle is actually a really, really, really epic boss battle. I actually really did like the end boss battle when you're fighting Darth Vader. It's overall, the game has some pretty, it's like okay pacing, but it's not really going to... This isn't one of those games where you're going to be playing for 3 hours and, still have fun. Like, after playing the first hour to an hour and a half, I was pretty much really bored of this game and had to, take a break and shut it off because of it. So, it's not good. It's just repetitive actions is all, but we'll get on to that in the gameplay section. Graphic-wise, I have to say that these graphics are pretty good. This game has some of the best pre-rendered footage I've seen. And the pre-rendered footage looks just like the Star Wars movie with the aliens and the animations and everything like that. Really good, animations and everything. The voice acting is pretty good. It's not, you can definitely tell when the characters are pissed. None of them sound like, just broken robots, except for the robots, that is. But anyway, the overall graphics section for this game is going to be, it's pretty good, actually. All the environments, they all had that sort of Star Wars, look to them, that futuristic look, so I liked them a lot. And the graphics are easily one of the best parts of the game, especially in the beginning of the game where you're flying, or I should say, you're more or less gliding down, and you're just basically breaking through the glass and causing all hell. There's destructible environments all the time, as you can see. But it's overall, the graphics are pretty good. Gameplay-wise, here's where the game really falls on its face. The gameplay is nothing but repetitive pressing of two buttons, which was the same problem I had with God of War 3. There's nothing particular, special about this game. Expect stringing combos together with these two basic buttons: your attacks, your lightning attack, and I guess there's 3 because you have to use your force and everything too. In fact, that when you can do a takedown on certain enemies like robots or stuff like that, I have to say that it's pretty similar to God of War 3 too, because when when you see a button on the screen, you of course have to press that. But the overall, I just didn't enjoy the gameplay that much. The gameplay to me just felt repetitive and just too boring, and that's a really big shame because this game could have been really good if they mixed it up with a couple of stuff. But if this game was any longer, I probably would have given it a worse rating than I am about to now. The gameplay's just not really the gameplay just doesn't live up to what this game really could have been. I mean, what you're basically going to be paying $60 for here is a 4 to 5 hour campaign, no multiplayer, little to no replay value in it. Is there challenge modes? I don't even know if there's challenge modes or anything like that. There's some downloadable content, but it's nothing that you're really going to want to pay for. Overall, this does not warrant a purchase. This is more or less one of those rentals where you're like, I'm bored, I have nothing to play, I want to play a short game I can get over with, pretty fast. 5 hours, just take 5 hours of your time and play this game, you'll basically be done with it. So, yeah. There's two different endings. There's a dark side ending and a light side ending. And the light side ending does leave it open for more or less a big, another sequel, which I kind of really doubt. I mean, if they're going to make another one after this, then they really have to try hard because, I'm sorry, this game just needs to have more variety of gameplay in it. Then it would be cool. So, yeah, overall, Star Wars Force Unleashed 2, not a bad game at all, except it's just not one of those games that you're going to pay $60 for, or anything that's going to be, remembered by anyone. I was really excited for this game, and then it came out, and it was no big deal. So it's too bad. This game could have been better if they just mixed the gameplay up a little bit more. But when they decide to keep it by the 3 basic button layout, it just doesn't work. So I'm gonna give this game a the end boss battle was pretty cool. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10, and it's pretty good. At least rent it, I think. And yeah, that's the review.